Welcome to the Hyper Growth Zone podcast. This is your go-to resource for personal growth, mastering communication, and influencing and persuasion techniques that will help you unleash the full potential of yourself and others. Here is your host, Alex Morgan.
Welcome, everyone. This is episode 13 of the Hyper Growth Zone podcast. My name's Alex Morgan, and I'm a Master Trainer of Hypnosis and NLP. And I always say that I'm a Master Trainer of NLP. However, we haven't really dove deep into NLP yet. So for this episode, we're going to have our first guest. And this person is a leading mind in NLP in Greece. And so we're so happy to have her. She's also a Master Trainer of NLP. So welcome, Eleanna Mavroudaki.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much, Alex, for having me on your podcast. And I know that I have an accent, and I plan to keep it.
Yes, go ahead and please keep the accent. That's actually one of the reasons that I had you on here, and I think it'll be that much more fascinating for everyone listening. So let's get right into it. And the first thing that I want to ask you is, what does NLP help with?
I think that before I answer what does NLP help with, it's going to be very good to say what actually is NLP. And I wonder if there are simple words to explain NLP. Simply put, NLP is the exploration of excellent behavior, what successful people do and create great results in their lives. It's a collection of techniques for the mind and mental skills that were developed in the early 70s. NLP entered my life about 10 years ago. I was facing some serious difficulties on a professional and personal level, and I was feeling lost. I didn't discover it myself. My mom actually heard about it and suggested I look into it. When I went to the first session, I don't even remember if I knew how to say the name of neuro-linguistic programming correctly because, it's not the simplest name. And it was love at first sight. Within 8 sessions, I started to have control of my state, my mind, my thoughts, my behaviors, and my overall life towards what I want. So after the successful end of my personal sessions as a client, it was as if I found my life's purpose and I wanted to learn more about this method. And I had one thought that stuck in my mind, and that is, this knowledge should be shared and learned by as many people as possible. So how did it all start? I think it would be useful for the listeners to know the beginnings of NLP. So Richard Butler and John Grinder met while both were at Santa Cruz University in California. Together they began the practice of modeling the skills and inner mental processes of great therapists such as Milton Erickson, who was the father of modern hypnotherapy, Virginia Satir, the mother of family therapy, and Fritz Perls from the world of Gestalt therapy, Ivan Pavlov, who laid the foundation of behavioral psychology, and many others. What they discovered was a set of similarities among all these top experts in terms of their beliefs, value systems, and behaviors, as well as significant differences that nevertheless contributed significantly to their success. When Richard Butler and John Grinder installed all of these findings on themselves, they discovered that they could communicate at an effective high level with others. So when they taught their students these patterns, they found that their students were able to make quick and effective improvements in their behaviors as well. This shows that neuro-linguistic programming is a model that guides us to make immediate ecological and ethical changes in our mindsets, our emotional responses, and our behaviors in every area of our lives. The techniques and tools of neuro-linguistic programming have many uses in every area of our lives. To say it in a simple way, where there are humans, minds, and communication, then there is always room for NLP. Many people use NLP to better themselves, to become better parents, better professionals, better managers, better salespeople, better coaches, better therapists, better friends, better spouses, and much, much more.
Well, thanks so much. That was tons of good stuff right there. So I hope everyone just lets that sink into their mind. And you kind of added at the end how NLP can make us better. So just better as people. So would you say, in your opinion, is NLP an approach for everyone?
What a great question. In my experience, I believe NLP is for everyone, and not everyone will get the results they desire. Every person is different. I have worked with people who have worked with themselves for years with other approaches and did not get the results they wanted when they tried NLP. And I have also worked with people whose first contact with self-improvement was through NLP and turned their lives upside down in a good way, of course, in just a few sessions. So certainly, being in touch with yourself is very helpful and a very good start, as long as you believe it to be. The important thing is to have curiosity and a willingness to experiment to see what works or what you can make work for you. NLP puts you in a committed position where you have to do something different. There are tasks that need to be completed from one session to the next one. And in a world where most people talk and don't act, this can be quite challenging for many people. We are used to overanalyzing our problems instead of doing something about them.
Thanks so much. And I really like the comparison that you made about people that worked with themselves before and others who haven't. That's a great thing about NLP. I do agree with you that anyone can get results as long as they want to. As long as they want to change their thinking in their life, then they can definitely do it. So for people who are really not sure yet, why do you think people focus more on the negative or on things that they fear? What do you have to say about this?
Wow, excellent questions today. So some experts argue that by nature, humans have a pessimistic mindset. Because of pessimism, our ancestors survived predators, natural disasters, and food shortages. Optimists don't think about what misfortune or tragedy could happen to them next, which is why they don't survive like pessimists. A pessimist's mindset might have made sense if we still used stone tools and there were large predators that could kill us in the middle of the night. However, our society has changed so much that a pessimistic mindset now creates the opposite effect. Instead of empowering our ability to survive, it puts us in a small imaginary box and keeps us trapped there. Having many limiting beliefs is a symptom of a pessimistic mindset. If we are surrounded by negativity, then the negativity can stick to us. Negative beliefs about what we can and or cannot achieve can become part of our identity. This is why it is important to consciously reject negative beliefs the moment we encounter them so they do not spiral out of control.
Okay, so let's say that we're working with a pessimist and they're just looking to survive. And maybe people that survive, they're just inside their comfort zone a lot. So what does NLP have to say about the comfort zone?
Anyone who attends an NLP training will notice that their flexibility of thinking will begin to grow and expand. And this is a good step out of what we call the comfort zone. The comfort zone is like a gray zone, and we all live in that gray area most of the time. And sometimes things go very well, and sometimes not so well. And most of the time, we stay in that gray zone because that's where we feel comfortable. Now, the comfort zone is comfortable and we have a lot of confidence in ourselves when we are inside this zone. It can be a little boring, maybe even a little confusing when we are in it. And we are getting to a point where we are ready to evolve. We are really ready to progress and we are ready to change something. And so we step out of the comfort zone and we may feel a bit awkward and anxious. We may think, I'm not sure about this, or where did all my confidence go? And that annoys us. But the truth is that every time we step outside of our comfort zone, that zone grows and expands. Taking a small step outside your comfort zone every day is a good idea so you can start expanding your flexibility of thinking, expanding your experiences, expanding your abilities and your skills. And your comfort zone will grow and grow and grow. It may not be easy and comfortable to step out of the gray zone at first, but very soon it will grow and you will feel much more comfortable and more flexible in a variety of external events.
Thanks so much for that explanation, because that's something I actually talk about on this podcast a lot, is how we can actually get out of the comfort zone and into the hyper growth zone. So I think you made a really good point when people are thinking they're not sure about something, or where did all their confidence go? And the thing is we all have this confidence inside of us. We just need a way to connect to it. So I think that's something that we can easily achieve during an NLP session. So this kind of leads right into the next question, which is, how do NLP sessions work? And although every person and situation is different, on average, how many sessions would you say someone needs to start seeing progress and really big changes?
NLP sessions can be done either in person or online, although every person, as you said, is unique and every request is unique. An average period of collaboration for a specific issue is 3 to 4 months, with a weekly session lasting 70 to 90 minutes. The purpose of each NLP coaching session is to help my client go from where they are to where they want to be in the area of their life that we have agreed to focus on and work with. By freeing themselves of emotional burdens and obstacles and showing them how to create their own path to success and achieving their goals, they can notice change and see themselves taking big steps forward from as early as the third session.
Awesome. So it definitely sounds like someone can achieve change pretty quickly. So thanks so much for sharing that with everyone. And with that being said, would you say that NLP helps us to create, through our behavior or our perspective, positive and lasting changes by overcoming the obstacles that we have in front of ourselves?
NLP helps us to have a multidimensional way of thinking, discovering new perspectives and perceptions that were not available to us with our old model of the world. The key is that we turn this multidimensional thinking into a process of techniques and steps to overcome obstacles and install changes with lasting and consistent results in our lives. A basic condition of NLP is to bring maximum results, and NLP really helps us take responsibility of our life, our changes, and our results. NLP is a process that facilitates change, and whether or not that change is going to happen is entirely up to us.
Now, I definitely agree with that last part, because one of the first things taught in NLP is actually that we need to take responsibility. So if we can put in that small effort in our mind, then essentially it is entirely up to us to make changes. So thanks so much, Eleanna, for answering all the questions. I can say that I really enjoyed your accent, so I hope everyone did as well. And I just want to give you a moment to tell everyone what you're working on, where they can find you, and how they can get connected with you. So go ahead and share that with us for just a moment.
Well, you can find me on my website, athensnlp.gr. I also have my own podcast, NLP Talks, for anyone who wants to hear my accent in my native tongue, Greek. The podcast is available on Spotify and the episodes are uploaded to the Athens NLP Studies YouTube channel. My Instagram is at Athens NLP. I also offer NLP trainings which are certified by the American Board of NLP and the Association of Excellence, NLPA. And of course, I offer seminars and sessions, private sessions. So get in touch, and thanks again, Alex, for having me. Oh, wait, and my email is info@athensnlp.gr. Thank you, Alex, for having me.
Thanks everyone for listening. I hope everyone gave such a warm welcome to the beautiful accent and our guest. So wherever you're listening to this, go ahead and rate it 5 stars. And thanks again for listening.